Just jumping, just jumping, just jumping, just jumping, just. Oh, there we go. This is my live. My shit jumping. My shit jumping. Shit jumping.
It all starts here. Welcome into Game 1 in the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs. We're at Toyota Center in downtown Houston. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets taking on the Denver Nuggets. And welcome, I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, you look at the Rockets coming into play. They have got to get home court advantage, and they'll need it in what's going to be a tight 5-game series.
And I'll tell you, these 5 games really make each game take on a greater importance than the 7-game series we're used to.
The opening tip won by the Rockets as we're underway in Houston. To Harden. Won't go.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short on the shot.
Murray with the basketball. Just getting going here in Game 1. Clint Capella swats it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Pass there, taken away by Denver. Jokic. Clint Capella sends it away.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Rockets come up with it.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
And stuffs it home. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Here comes the screen. Jokic against Westbrook. Whoa! What a finish!
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Russell Westbrook with the rock. Gets it down to Capella. Swings it. Capella down low. Oh, great pass. Setting up the basket.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to lead the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Murray into the front court. Trailing by 4. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. And that's going to get out of bounds off of Harden. Driving right to the basket. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
To Jokic. short jumper misses.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. The defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
Now it's Harden, controlling the offense. Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Murray into the front court. Down two. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Jamal Murray gets it to go. Coach cannot be happy with that closeout.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the three.
Here comes the screen. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
And they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Changes coming from both sides right now. Gary Harris sizing up Eric Gordon. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Martin into the front court. His team up by one. Knocked loose. To Will Barton. Going along, beyond the arc. Good contest. Barton misses. Knocked loose. Tough make through traffic.
Welcome to the league, young fella. But just because you got a bucket doesn't mean that you don't have to do your rookie chores after the game.
Throws it down. Jay, they've had no answer for this guy.
He's been on fire this first quarter. That's the way you take it right to your opponent. You attack right out of the gate.
Martin, guarded by the former Dookie. Throws it down. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Hey, look, this is a new wave. If a young cat catches you sleeping on the wrong night, it's definitely going to get 1 million+ views the next day.
Can't connect from in close.
But you can't just be a one-dimensional player. I know you're probably frustrated by me even saying that, but when you don't even give the option to pass the ball by utilizing some head fakes or ball fakes here and there, you save the defender by keeping them on their toes with the element of surprise.
Martin into the front court. 5-point game. Gets to the basket and scores. Now the Rockets will use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a 3-point game. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Here comes the screen. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Murray with it. Right now, down 7. To Will Barton. Nothing going here on that drive. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Sets him up. Flushes down the slam. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
Murray's shot won't fall. Wrong key from three-quarters court. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. Jay and I back with more after this. This is the first round of the West playoffs on Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started.
Harder. Go. With the three.
To Harden.
Go.
James Harden. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He's a scorer and an elite passer.
And a throwdown. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
He shoots off the mark, grabs his own miss, and scores. Good concentration.
Well, he finished strong because he was able to initiate the contact. When you initiate the contact first, you bounce off the defender, which balances you at the rim.
To Will Barton. Counted at the rim.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Barton against Harden. Knocked loose. That's going to be out of bounds. Capella pins it. Ooh, 5 now.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Come on.
Barton.
No, hell no.
It's a turnover as they head the other way.
Go.
Come on,
Go.
let's dig in.
Go.
Let's really build this lead.
Pass out. That's Eric. Eric, 3.
Fires the 3.
Grant.
Off the mark. No good.
Eric, pass back to me. I'm in the paint.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Like my old coach used to say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's way too easy. Just keep attacking. It's easy money.
Barton to Millsap. Kenneth Faried tips it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the
Good
defensive
defense.
end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Go.
Won't go down. To Harden. Beyond the arc for 3. And James Harden, not sure why he was so wide open there.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
That's a turnover. It goes the other way.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Barton into the front court. Down a bundle.
When I'm buzzing, man, come in mad today. I'll call Polo. He comes yellow. We get him. That's away.
From long range. can't go down. Smothering
Go,
defense.
Harden.
And look,
3.
sometimes you
No,
don't have it
40.
going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
It's Denver's ball. Barton.
Here,
Cleans it up. Offensive board. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Count it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Martin into the front court. His guys can hold for the final shot. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. And the finish. Slam dunk. Deep three at the buzzer. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Rockets entered the locker room at halftime with a significant... That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Houston Rockets. The Nuggets may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they've got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Denver Nuggets.
Game track. Defense.
The Houston Rockets are exhibiting some great defense. They're refusing to let shooters get comfortable and showing great anticipation in the passing lanes.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jake to bring you the second half action.
Nuggets with the basketball. To Jokic. Here comes the screen. Shot by Jokic. Off the iron. No good. Paul Millsap. It's been a quiet night. Only 3 attempts, but he makes that one stick.
Underutilized, underutilized, underutilized. Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of them.
To Westbrook. Gets it in the left corner. toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Harden. He engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot, period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Jamal Murray picked up by Westbrook. Trying to cash in. Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough. James Harden. With that, he's 5 for 9.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
A simple touch foul.
Jokic to Millsap. Kenneth Faried. Huge block.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Wide open look won't go. Gary Harris matched up with Harden to Jokic. Here comes the screen. Jokic slams it down.
You never want to leave anything to chance when you attack the rim. You finish strong every time you head home.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
They go to Jokic, down low. Clint Capella sends it away. Incredible. 6 tonight.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball.
Oh, and a putback.
Ed, it's pretty amazing how athletic bigs can be when it comes to getting an easy 2 points, huh?
Love the hustle. Sprawled down on the deck. Stuffs it down with authority.
Woo! This rookie is a high flyer. He brings that kind of pro-am vibe to the NBA, and it's fun to watch.
Nuggets have the possession. The screen sets him up for 2.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Faried. Turns and slams it down.
That's called a grown man play, Ed. Someone's trying to get featured on SportsCenter tonight.
Murray with the basketball. His guys down big to Millsap. Clint Capella with the block. Make that 7.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
To Westbrook. 4-3. That won't go. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Now a whistle. Timeout for Denver as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this 3rd quarter. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Harden with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
C to 3, B to 3. Some young players look like deer in headlights out there on the court. But you got something different. You got that moxie.
Nikola Jokic, defended by Tyson Chandler. Add 2 points to the board.
They this is why I go back into player mode. If a dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And if you're on defense on that last possession, no need to look over to the coach's bench, hold up your arms, wonder what did you do. Everybody got back, everybody communicated, everybody pointed. It was just better offense than there was defense.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Martin picked up by Rivers. To Jokic. Off the assist.
And a lot of passers usually have their head on the swivel, but ultimately, either you have a feel for the game or you don't.
To Harden. For 3. Message received. Well defended.
People do not realize the brilliance of the coaching in this league. The small adjustments made defensively has made all the difference in the second half.
Rocking the rim.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
The shot no good on the drive by Jokic.
After a miss like that, you at least have to rub your hands on your shorts, at least make it seem like the ball slipped.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Some players are just built to absorb the contact. He pretty much dusted that defender off like that was a bug at the park.
Jamal Murray against Chandler. And the Rockets clear the board. To Harden. To the rim. Flushes down the slam. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on the defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative, because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I mean, if you have athletic ability like that guy offensively, as soon as you beat your man, if you don't beat him off the ground for the jump, you have no chance.
Nuggets have the possession. Austin Rivers rejects it. Austin Rivers snatching it out of the air. And count the basket inside. Corner 3 at the buzzer. It's the Rockets who are victorious. They've grabbed game 1 of this best-of-5 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets were simply amazing in this contest. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Check out the leading scores for the Houston Rockets. The Nuggets did not look good in this one. and neither did the score. And every team in this league loses games. You just don't want to lose them like this. I can already see a players-only meeting in their future. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Denver Nuggets.
Game track. Fast break points.
The Denver Nuggets can look back at this game and point to their poor transition defense as the primary reason for today's loss. Too often, they found themselves out of position once the outlet passes were finding their intended targets. They were never quite able to recover from that onslaught in the opening half.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in this game. The Rockets dominated this game from beginning to end. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.
As you and I both know, Stephen A., the playoffs are a totally different game. You have to be at your highest competitive gear throughout. You got to play every game like you're one away from elimination. I mean, that's the only way to get it done.
Yeah, it's a little extreme, Max, but I hear where you're coming from. The bottom line is the playoffs put an enormous amount of pressure on any player who's made it to the postseason.
Right, and if you can't stand the heat.
Still, some like it hot. Take the one, for example. Look at how he's performed. His team claimed another victory at their last game, and it's impressive. So when I look at it from that perspective, I say to myself, in spite of the pressure I mentioned earlier, he still went out, still handled his business. To see someone so young pushing hard to reach the finals, I like that.
Yeah, listen, to put a team on your back and make it to the finals as a rookie, you can count the players who have done that in the history of the game on one hand.
But the possibility remains that he might do it.
Yeah, maybe. If he keeps playing like this, maybe. But don't forget who he's up against in these playoffs. They're stacked.
He's played against a lot of superstars before, and here's the bottom line. If he keeps playing like this and have victories like the one he just had, we could be looking at a champion in the making.
Welcome in, everyone, to Game 2 of the first round of the Western Conference Playoffs on EA Sports. We're at Toyota Center in downtown Houston. Tonight, it's the Houston Rockets taking on the Denver Nuggets. And welcome, I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. Jay, you look at the Rockets coming into play. They were winners in Game 1. That's critical to get that first one in a 5-game series.
And the important thing to remember here is that this is not a 7-game series. We're only going 5. So you've got to bring it each and every night and play like your season depends on it.
And the basket good at the rim.
When the ball is in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Nuggets have the possession. Jokic picked up by Westbrook. Good look that time, but off the mark. Stuffs it down with authority.
Hey, look, this is a new wave. If a young cat catches you sleeping on the wrong night, it's definitely going to get 1 million+ views the next day.
To Jokic. Kenneth Faried snatching it out of the air. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Kenneth Faried. Dives for it. Not afraid to mix it up. And that's going to get out of bounds. It remains Nuggets basketball. Five seconds to shoot from long range. His first effort off the mark.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Westbrook. There's the toss. Pass there taken away by Denver. To Jokic. Not that time. Harden to Westbrook. Stuffs it down with authority. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Oh, Nikola Jokic. Missed his first. That one goes.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in. So it's time to get going.
The monster stuff. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Has a look. Step back jumper.
You see, the great playmakers see the shot before it ever happens. They recognized how they were being guarded on the previous set, and then they make the necessary adjustments.
Deep left corner. Here comes the screen. To Harden. Faried. The drive. Right to the basket. Down the lane to lay it in.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
They've got it back. That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
That's called a grown man play, Ed. Someone's trying to get featured on SportsCenter tonight.
Jumper's good.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Driving right to the basket. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Terrific vision. Slam dunk.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
James Harden at the controls. Throws it up. And look out.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size, but in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Goes reverse to lay it in.
Ooh, I'm not sure if he's part of the Jelly fam or not, but this young player knows how to adjust mid-flight, and he finished that shot with some crazy English.
Now a whistle and a timeout for Denver as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Martin against the former MVP. Offensive board. Oh, and a putback.
Ed, it's still early in this game, but you can't send the wrong message to the offense by letting them think they can own the glass.
Picked up by the Nuggets. Spinning shot won't fall.
And you see so many players quit on the play after they were beat the first time, but not him. He stayed on his hip. He fought back.
The crossover gets inside and the slam dunk.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
To Will Barton. Has a chance. Barton's shot, no good. Westbrook with it. Up by 6. Navigating through traffic. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Knocked loose. And that's going to get out of bounds. So it stays Denver basketball. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Jamal Murray, guarded by Russell Westbrook. To Will Barton. A pass taken away by the Rockets. No good. Murray into the front court. Down 8. No good. Couldn't keep it in. It's out off Tyson Chandler. Murray with it. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. Won't go down. Lazy pass there, and it's intercepted. Had a good look there, but it's no good. It's Rockets ball. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
The eyes of the shooter say everything. His eyes pretty much said, "Are you sure you want to give me the ball here?"
Martin into the front court. They can go 2 for 1 if they hurry. Shot clock to 4 for the Nuggets. Fires the 3. That's not his range. It's no good.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Jay, they're lucky they get the ball back. Layup's good at the buzzer. Nice finish to this first quarter. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we...
We got this. Let's go.
Russ at the controls. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Martin into the front court. Down 6. Tough make through traffic.
And whether you're moving north or south or east or west, you got to be able to keep pace with the ball carrier and most importantly, stay in his chest. That's on the defender. It's way too early to be fatigued.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Bread and butter. And there are a few that can do it better off the screen.
To Will Barton. Jokic. Rebounded by Capella. Cashes in for two.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Clint Capella tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Houston takes over. Westbrook. Off the mark. No good. Clint Capella. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
To Jokic. Here comes the screen. Knocked loose. Rockets have the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Trying to cash in. Gets a shot up. Off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Martin into the front court. Down 12. It's a turnover as they head the other way. It's a big finish.
And cutting hard in transition is one of the most underrated things about this game. The harder you can cut is the more it opens up the floor to make plays just like that.
Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Austin Rivers. 4-3. Offensive rebound. To Will Barton. Kenneth Faried rejects it.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Rivers with the basketball. His guys leading by 14. To Will Barton. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Knocked loose. Add 2 points to the board.
From somebody who loves to score a lot himself. Defensively, if you are guarding me in a parallel position, I can have whatever I want when I want. You have to force this guy to go one direction, make him go towards his weak hand, and then contest that shot.
All by himself. Creates his own shot there.
Usually rookies allow themselves to get sped up because they're so hyped to play against the greats. But you got a different speed to your game. It's called poise.
To Faried. Stuffs it down with authority. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Throws it down. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Knocked loose. Stuffs it down with authority.
Woo! This rookie is a high flyer. He brings that kind of pro-am vibe to the NBA, and it's fun to watch.
And a whistle.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Jokic to Will Barton. Knocked loose. Rockets have it.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
Stuffs it down with authority. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Jokic. They'll work it down to Millsap. Knocked away. It's getting dangerous down there.
And I hated getting my shot blocked like that, but I did like getting the ball right back.
Now a steal as the Rockets have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
First free throw is good. And he makes them both.
Good shot.
Long key from three-quarters court. We've reached halftime here in Game 2. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Denver ball right now. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first three quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Harden, deep right corner. Nikola Jokic, huge block. That's his third block this evening.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Millsap. A drive baseline, but the shot won't go. And a nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Jokic. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk.
And easy, too. Get back on defense.
Has a look. And buries it. Jay, they'll take that any day.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay. But you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Has a chance. Deep two there. Won't go.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Nuggets have the possession. To Jokic. And that one out of bounds off a Nugget. Knock loose. Great hustle. That's what you like to see. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. That's no good. To Millsap. Rockets come up with it. To Westbrook. Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Oh, Nikola Jokic. With that, he's 5 for 9.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Layup goes down. Well done.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Jamal Murray matched up with Capella. And it's grabbed by Westbrook.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that.
Stuffs it down with authority.
It's easy to... We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Knocked loose. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Down to Chandler. Rebound taken in by the Nuggets. Knocked loose. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Trying to cash in. Won't go. To Harden. Has a look. James Harden. Very efficient and making an impact. He's 3 for 3.
You know, Ed, people don't understand. Tough shots are practiced every single day. With all these different contraptions out there to contest your shot, guys shoot 500 made shots a day. This is the new norm.
Oh, big finish at the rim. Jay, I'm surprised. He had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Houston with the basketball. To Harden. Here's a chance from long range. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Sets him up. Flushes down the slam. Jay, that's a strong connection.
And it's always about the play before the play. Look how the eyesight was able to connect between two players. We call that an eyesight contract. Because when you have a contract that's signed, sealed, and then delivered like that, that's how great plays are made.
Baseline drive. Count the bucket for 2.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Knocked loose. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Will Barton.
I'll say this, great young talent, but needs to really start making better decisions and protecting the ball.
Harden. The pass set it all up.
And when a player's running at you full speed and he takes those steps, there's no way you can defend it.
Harden into the front court. Down a bundle. And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
Barton against Harden. Not that time. Stuffs it down with authority.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Barton into the front court. His guys down big. Has a chance. Knocks it down from mid-range. Stuffs it down with authority.
What a move. But the move never should have happened in the first place, especially if there's communication from the help side defender. You have to let that guy know which way he can force him defensively to where there's help.
Nuggets with the basketball. Oh, I thought that was a dunk. Easy.
Not too many times you see a poster for the defender, but that was brilliant.
Easy path to the rim. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. There's the buzzer. 3 quarters complete. It's been all Rockets. It's the Rockets in control of the basketball.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go, Tom.
Barton.
Gotta shoot that. Gotta shoot that.
From the painted area, won't go down. Short jumper stays out. To Will Barton. Going to launch beyond the arc. Cleans it up. Offensive board. Rivers to bring it into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Here comes the screen. The jumper's off the mark.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Working hard on the glass. Cruises inside for 2.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
The crossover gets inside, and the slam dunk. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
That one's going to be out of bounds. Beyond the arc for 3. That's off the side of the rim, no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Barton. Gary Harris against the great shot blocker Chandler. And the rebounds grabbed by Fareed.
The game is won in the details. The team who has the most attention to the minutia is a team that wins the ball game. And from the beginning of this game, this team has been mentally engaged. I know the season's a long year, but when you come...
Blocked away!
That one's in the 15th row!
Huge denial. Almost. Tough shot in traffic. Rivers into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Will Barton. Rocking the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Add 2 points to the board.
And that is the sign of an unselfish team. When everybody in transition thinks they have a chance to get the ball because you have a willing passer, somebody willing to make other players on his team look great, that's only going to force your players to play that much harder on offense and give you more energy on the defensive end.
To Will Barton. Count the basket inside.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Flushes it home.
And when you get your prescription, you're taking medicine and you call it a day.
Gets to the basket and scores.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Denver's got it. Barton. Kenneth Faried sends it away. Fourth this contest.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
To the rim. Lays it up and in.
Here's lesson number one. When you allow a player like that the freedom of space to dance with the ball, there's no telling what kind of break dance move they might hit you with.
Rockets have the steal. It's the Rockets who are victorious. They'll take a commanding 2-0 lead into Game 3 of this 5-game series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Rockets could not have been more dominant in this game. They did it with blocks, and they did it with steals. More to the point, they did it with excellent defense. They committed to the grind and got rewarded as a result. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Houston Rockets. The Nuggets seem to give up on this game.
Player of the game.
And what we have here are highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.
Hey guys, for Complex News, I'm Natasha Martinez. The NBA playoffs are in full swing, and we're paying close attention to one team in particular, whose rising star, The One, has been sparking the attention of fans everywhere. The One and his teammates took home a big win in last night's game, and while it's not the finals yet, he's showing he has what it takes to compete at playoff level. If he continues his strong play, we may just see The One truly earn his name. That's all for now. For Complex News, I'm Natasha Martinez.